What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. As you can see from the title, today's video is going to be 5 mistakes you could be making on your weight loss journey. These are 5 huge factors I see in people's journeys that either hinder their progress or stop their progress altogether, and I wanted to share them with you guys. So without further ado, let's get into number 1. So one big common mistake that I see too often is that people are either, number 1, not eating enough, or they are restricting themselves heavily. Now the reason that this doesn't work is, other than the obvious reasons, when you restrict yourself from food, and especially the things that you love, it's not long-term and it's not realistic. Fitness is about finding what works for you and what works for your lifestyle so that you can create a lifestyle out of it and make it last long-term, not go on crash diets and do things that are going to last a couple of weeks or a couple of months and then end up binging, because obviously that's not what any of us want. We want long-term results and we want to learn how to make fitness and health a lifestyle. Let's first start by talking about not eating enough. This is something I see so often, and it is just a huge misconception. People think that if I want to lose weight, I just have to eat very low amount of calories and it'll happen. And the problem with eating not enough or not eating the amount that your body needs, especially when you're breaking your muscles down at the gym, first of all, your body is going to hold on to the only food it is getting. Your metabolism is going to slow down, which obviously causes weight gain. And there are just so many different things that contradict the weight loss when you are not feeding your body what it needs. When you are breaking your muscles down at the gym, they need to be rebuilt with the right amount of foods, micronutrients, macronutrients. Your muscles need food to grow. And a lot of people say, I don't want my muscles to grow. I don't want to get bulky. But the thing is if you're looking for that toned look that most people are going for, toned just means having muscle tone and low body fat percentage. So that is never going to happen if you are not eating enough calories. If you're eating 5, 6, 7, 8, even 900 calories a day, most likely you are never going to achieve the look that you're going for. Not to mention, your body is probably going to be pretty mad at you. That is not good for your body. It is not good for brain function. It is not good for your organs. It is not good for anything. You want to make sure that you are eating when you are hungry and you are stopping when you are full. I can't stress the importance of that enough. And the second thing that I wanted to go over was restricting yourself heavily. You know, when people say, I can't have a donut or I can't have that cookie or I can never eat stuff like that. The thing about that is it's not long-term, it's not realistic, and it's never going to last. We have to figure out how to make fitness fit into our lifestyle so that it is something we enjoy, it is something that we can stick to, and it's not just something that we're going to get results from and then bounce back, get results from and then bounce back. So what you really want to do is find your balance, which I'm going to go over in a little bit. But when you restrict yourself, guys, it isn't long term. You're never going to be able to go out and enjoy friends and family and dinner and do all of those things. So restricting yourself, it's not realistic and it's never going to last. The only time you should be restricting yourself, obviously, if you are competing for a show or you are getting ready for a certain event, you do obviously have to diet and you have to make some big sacrifices. And I'm not saying that with fitness and health and making it a lifestyle, you don't have to make sacrifices, because you do, but you also don't want to 100% restrict yourself from the foods that you love. I eat all of my favorite foods and I still achieve my goals because I know how to find that balance, which again, we will talk about in another one of these categories. Moving on from there, I want to talk about the second factor that could be hindering your progress, which is paying too much attention to the scale. The scale is a tool, but it is one of many tools. It is not the only tool. I would say I personally use the scale maybe once a month. I definitely don't hop on it every day or even every week. I find for me the most effective way to track my progress is through photos. Progress pictures are something that I stress to my clients. I do it myself. They are the best way to gauge your progress, see how far you've come, and sometimes you'll even forget what you looked like before you started or even just a couple of months ago. It can be so encouraging and so motivating to see the changes in your body that you might not notice on a daily basis. But when you pay too much attention to the scale, you're not taking into consideration that muscle is going to up your weight if you gained a little bit of muscle, but you may gain muscle, lose fat, and there's just so many different factors to it that going just by the number on the scale is not the only effective tool to see how you're doing or how to track your progress. Now, I'm not by any means saying not to use the scale because, like I said, it is one way to track your progress. I just want to make sure people understand it is not the only way. Take progress photos. That is my number one tip for actually seeing where you're at and what changes need to be made. So moving on to number 3, this is going back to kind of number 1, what we were talking about with finding your balance. Finding your balance is honestly going to be the most helpful thing in your fitness journey. And I found that when I found my balance, not only was I still seeing the results that I wanted and reaching my goals and seeing my body change, but I was the most happiest because I found how to fit fitness into my lifestyle, how to still enjoy life and still reach my goals, which that's what everybody wants. So when you find your balance, you have to know that what you're doing most of the time is going to reflect the way that you look and feel. So that's why I said, if you have a cookie now and again, or you have a slice of pizza, or you go out with family and you have a dinner, that's not going to hinder your progress if 80% of the time before that or the week before, you were eating whole nutrient-dense foods, you were eating lots of protein, and you were giving your body good foods. It's what you do most of the time that's going to give you the results. So you don't have to stress about the little things that you want to eat or the treat that you want to have or the cheat meal you want to have. And the thing is too is I think a lot of people, they stress this whole thing with balance, but then they go a little bit overboard and they say, okay, well, I've eaten really well all week, so I'm going to go out and I'm going to just go absolutely crazy. I'm going to have 6 drinks with dinner. I'm going to go out with my friends. I'm going to eat half a pizza by myself. That, unfortunately, is not balance. Just because you ate well 5 days a week doesn't mean that you should go and completely blow it on the next 2 days. So when in doubt, what I try to stick to is the 80-20 rule, which is just 80% of the things that you are putting in your body should be whole foods, nutrient-dense foods, lots of fruits and vegetables, lots of lean meats or proteins or whatever kind of proteins you like to get, getting enough proteins, healthy fats, healthy carbs, and making sure that that is a majority of your food so that the other 20% can be the foods that you really, really do enjoy eating. And I find that that is how you can really stick to things and make things truly last and make your results last and enjoy everything in the process. Tying into going absolutely crazy on the weekends leads me to mistake number 4, which is alcohol consumption. Alcohol is a huge hindrance on people's progress, and I also want to say first, before even diving into it, you can still drink and reach your goals. I'm not saying you have to completely give up alcohol altogether or you're never going to reach your goals. But again, this has to be something that is done in moderation. Alcohol not only hinders your progress, but it actually strips away the muscle that you already have and just honestly deteriorates your insides, guys. Alcohol it's a poison. I mean, I'm not completely against alcohol. I will have a glass of wine every now and again. I will have celebratory drinks, birthday drinks, whatever, totally fine. But having multiple drinks a week, guys, you are not going to reach your fitness goals that way. It's just not going to happen. So many drinks are filled with so much sugar that leave you hungover the next day, which then when you're hungover, do you think you're gonna feel like working out? Of course not. You're probably gonna lay around, be lazy, be lethargic, and it just kind of goes in a cycle and none of it's good. So I can't stress enough, guys, that if you are consuming alcohol 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times a week, that is just not going to work for a healthy lifestyle for obvious reasons, but especially the fact that it will leave you feeling lazy and tired and hungover. You're not going to work out when you feel like that, and it just strips away your muscle, guys. Like it is what it is, and it sucks because alcohol is such a social thing, and it's kind of like the center of everything nowadays, and every party and every event, you know, alcohol is the center, and you have to be willing to make those sacrifices and, you know when to say yes and know when to say no, and again, really find that balance and know when you can fit those into your diet. So moving on to number 5, which is also a super big mistake and big thing that can obviously hinder your progress, which is not staying consistent long enough. We live in a time where all of us want instant gratification. We see 7-day skinny teas, lose 10 pounds in 7 days, blah, 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 all these things where people just want quick results with little effort. And I'm here to tell you that if you want long-lasting results and you want to change your body, you want to change the way you feel, it's going to take hard work, guys. But the thing is the work is worth it. Fitness has not only changed my life in the way that I look and the way that I feel, but it has given me self-discipline, it has given me commitment, it has given me hard work, it has completely changed my work ethic, and it has gone into all different areas of my life. So when you work hard for something that you want, it's gonna feel so much better than just taking a tea and losing weight really quick and then it comes right back. Don't try to take shortcuts, guys. Do the things you know you need to do, even when you don't feel like doing them. That is how you're gonna get the results. I go to the gym even when I don't feel like it because I realize those are the most important days to go. If you can continue working even when you don't see the results, that is when you're gonna see the results. Like, you have to stay consistent even when it feels like nothing is happening. Because the first couple weeks of really jumping into a fitness, like a program or a diet or anything like that, or where you really change your lifestyle, the first couple weeks you might see some pretty good progress. But then maybe a month goes by and you don't really see that much more, or 2 months goes by and you're really not seeing that many more changes. The thing is with fitness and working out and eating well, it's guaranteed to work. Like, so many people tell me, oh, I've tried eating good and I've tried working out and I just can't lose weight, or I can't reach my goals. And it's just not true. If you are sticking to those things and you are sticking to good habits long enough, you're going to get the results. It's proven and it's guaranteed, and that's the amazing good news. So that's all I can really say, is just staying consistent and doing the things you know you need to do, even when you don't feel like it, and even if you're not necessarily seeing the results right then and there. So those are my 5 tips for you guys, or my 5 most common mistakes that I see. If you have any questions whatsoever, please comment below. And if you liked this video or felt that it was informative or helpful, do not forget to like this video and subscribe to help support my channel, and let me know what you guys would like to see in future videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.